One of the questions I get asked on a regular basis is where can I find reasonably easy, popular music to play? So today what I want to do is talk about this book, the Grade 1 Piano Solos book. 16 enjoyable pieces for Grade 1 pianists. So let's have a look at it. As always, there's a few chapters in this video, so if you want to kind of skip around and just find the sections that you're interested in, then feel free to, look in the description and just jump around. Why do people ask when they're first starting the piano for books that have relatively easy, popular piano tunes in them? Well, the answer to that is because often the pieces that are in method books, especially that kind of level 1 stuff, can be pretty dull, to be fair. There is some good stuff out there, don't get me wrong, but people want to play tunes that are catchy and that other people know can maybe sing along with or just sit and enjoy. That sort of level of familiarity, and that's where this book comes in really handy. There are actually other options as well. You don't always have to go for this stuff because buying books restricts you obviously to what's in the book. Doing a bit of ear training is definitely a good skill to develop. Creating your own lead sheets, learning how to write that out, and then you're kind of making your own arrangements of stuff. But sometimes when you do ear training, you try to write rhythms, they can be particularly complicated, so that's where stuff like this comes in really handy. As I mentioned before, there's 16 apparently enjoyable pieces in this book, and yeah, there are some great ones in. They've got Amazing Grace, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? So you've got sort of traditional music, you've got stuff from movies. There's Do You Want to Build a Snowman from Frozen. Let It Be from the Beatles, or Solo Mio, a classic, and then there's a wee bit of Beethoven and Tchaikovsky in there, and of course Otis Redding. I mean, why would you not add that to that list of 3? Just to let you hear some of the difficulty that's in it, it's not hugely challenging and it sounds really quite nice. This is Amazing Grace, so it goes like... So that gives you a rough idea. There's not a huge amount of harmony going on in there, but it sounds really good. And as I said, it's not super challenging, so it's a bit of fun for somebody who's relatively new to the keyboard. To help you decide if you're ready for this, quite often you can buy a book and there might be some really challenging, technical, difficult parts in it and awkward keys and stuff like that. So I wanted to just quickly cover what's actually in this book. So keys-wise, you've got C, and then you've got the relative minor, you've got A minor. And then you've got some in G major and some of them in E minor, and then you've got some in F major. So they really are targeting that kind of grade 1 level of key signature. When you're talking about time signatures, there's really nothing complicated in there. I think you've got one piece in 3/4, I think you've got one piece in 2/4, and then the others are in 4/4. And also, when you're looking at the range on the piano, it doesn't really cover a huge range, so there's not a lot of this kind of movement going up and down the keyboards, if you're relatively confined to a reasonably small area. Good thing about this is just actually the grade 1 book. I mean, it is a lovely selection of pieces in there, but it also goes up to kind of roughly grade 5. It tells you at the back there what you'll find in there, and it looks like there's some more Mozart, some more Beethoven, Summertime later, Bridge Over Troubled Water. In fact, the grade 5 book's got I Giorni in it, or I Giorni, whatever you want to pronounce it. So there really is a good variety, and if you like the grade 1 stuff as your skills develop, then obviously you can move on to the grade 2, grade 3 and 4 and 5. So yeah, it's a good wee range of books. That's all I've got to say for this book. If you found this video useful, I've got a list of reviews just here on apps or games and other books that you might find useful to help you develop your skills on the piano a wee bit further. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.